It's strange what sticks in your head after something like that. Not the screaming. Not the running. Just the sound the rain made when it hit the pavement. Soft, endless, like the sky was whispering a secret we weren't supposed to hear. A year later, Oakridge still smells the same. Wet asphalt, dying leaves, and cold air that tastes like iron. Every Halloween the town strings up fake cobwebs and orange lights, pretending the monsters are pretend. But every time the clouds roll in, every time I hear 3 slow knocks on my window, I remember. There were 4 of us. Me, Ryan, Chloe, Dean. 17, restless, untouchable. The kind of age that makes you think you can outrun ghosts. It had rained all day, turning the gutters into silver veins that ran through the streets. By the time the sun gave up, the whole town looked drowned. Ryan was the first to say it, the thing that started everything. Let's play the knock game. The words sounded stupid even then, but that's the point of a dare. It's never about logic. It's about not backing down. Dean loved anything that could go viral. He'd been filming us since the start of the night, called it his Halloween legend hunt. Chloe pretended she wasn't into it, but she was the one holding the flashlight. And me, I just didn't want to be the one who said no. We walked until we reached Crestview Hill, where the old orphanage crouched behind rusted gates and a row of dead trees. The rain thinned to a drizzle, soft enough to hear the electric buzz of the streetlights dying one by one. The sign still hung there, half-rotted. Crestview Children's Home. Someone had spray-painted over it years ago, black letters bleeding down like tears. No one lived there, not for decades. They said a fire closed it down. They said some of the kids never made it out. No one ever said what happened to the ones who did. Ryan hopped the gate first, landing in the mud with a splash. He turned back, grinning through the rain. Come on. You scared? Dean followed with his phone held high, its light cutting through the dark like a shaky torch. Chloe and I climbed last. The iron bars were slick, cold enough to sting. Up close, the house didn't look abandoned. It looked asleep. Windows shuttered, porch sagging, but there was a kind of breath to it, a rhythm in the creaks and drips, like it was listening. Rules, Ryan said. We knock 3 times, say our names. If nothing happens, we bail. Simple. Chloe laughed. Who even made this up? Dean, doesn't matter. If something knocks back, we're legends. I didn't want to go first, but Ryan pointed the phone at me like a spotlight. Mia's up. Come on, show us how it's done. The porch moaned under my shoes. The brass knocker was a cherub with wings that had melted into claws. Someone, maybe kids, maybe time, had carved words beneath it. 3 knocks. 3 names. 1 stays. I pretended not to notice. Lifted the knocker. Knocked once. Twice. 3 times. The sound rolled through the hall behind the door and came back thinner, like it had to squeeze through water. We waited. Nothing. Ryan smirked. Wow. Real terrifying. He turned, starting to say something else, then froze. Because from inside, something answered. Knock. 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 Dean's light trembled. Chloe whispered, "You guys heard that, right?" Ryan swallowed. Probably wind. But the door handle moved. Just once. Just enough to make the latch clink. No one breathed. "Let's go," I whispered. Dean raised his phone. "Wait, get it on camera." The light hit the glass panel above the knob. A handprint bloomed against the inside. Small, wet, fresh. Ryan cursed. Kids hiding in there. He tried the knob. It wouldn't turn. He kicked the bottom of the door. That's when the second knock came. Not from the door. From upstairs. 3 slow taps against a window. Chloe screamed. The flashlight tilted. For a second, we saw it, a shape behind the curtain. Small shoulders. A head tilted wrong. Then it stepped back and vanished. We ran. Didn't talk. Didn't stop. Just ran. Halfway down the hill, we stopped to breathe. Rain hammered the street, turning it into a mirror. Dean checked his phone. The video was still rolling. He hit play. At first, just rain. Then the knocks. Then, a low sound between them. A voice. Faint. Wet. Saying something. My name. Ryan snatched the phone. Glitch. It's just static. But his hands were shaking. Chloe wanted to go home. Dean wanted to replay it. I just wanted to stop hearing my name in a place I'd never told it. We split up near Main Street. Ryan went right. Chloe left. Dean said he'd text when he got home. I walked alone, trying not to look at the puddles. Each one reflected the orphanage behind me, except one. One puddle showed a door. Closed. And 3 small knocks. That night I couldn't sleep. The storm leaned against my window. When the clock hit midnight, I heard it again. Knock. 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 Soft. Measured. Too far apart to be the wind. I didn't look. I didn't move. But something whispered my name again. Not outside. Inside. Morning came. My phone buzzed, a text from Chloe. Did you guys dream about it too? I typed no, then deleted it. Typed yeah, then deleted that too. Before I could send anything, Dean called. He was crying. Something's wrong with the video, he said. I tried to edit it, but there's a face in it now. What do you mean, a face? The reflection in the window. It's not us. He sent me the clip. It showed the porch, the rain, my hand reaching for the knocker, and in the glass, a child, pale eyes wide, mouth open like it was whispering. But there was something else. Behind Ryan. A second face. Smiling. We met at the diner that afternoon. No one ordered food. Dean's phone sat between us, screen black, like we were waiting for it to wake up. Ryan said, maybe someone edited it. Prank. Chloe just stared at her reflection in the window. You're quiet, Ryan told me. I said, it said my name. That shut him up. We agreed to delete the video. Forget it. Pretend it never happened. For a while, it almost worked. Until Dean stopped coming to school. His mom said he hadn't come home from the library 2 nights before. Police found his car parked across from Crestview Hill. Inside, his phone, still recording. The last 30 seconds were rain. Then 3 knocks. Then a child laughing. Ryan wouldn't talk to anyone after that. He deleted all his socials, smashed his phone. Chloe left town to stay with her aunt. I tried to move on. But every night, the same thing, the knocks. 3. Always 3. Halloween came around again faster than it should have. The town threw its usual parade, kids in plastic masks running through puddles. It almost felt normal. Until I saw the flyer. Urban legends live. The Oak Ridge Dare returns. Ryan was on the poster, smiling like he hadn't aged a day. Except Ryan had died in June. Car accident. Rain. I went to the address printed at the bottom. The hill. Crestview. Someone had lit jack-o'-lanterns along the path. Their light flickered orange against the rain. The door was open. Inside, music played, a warped lullaby, echoing off the walls. I called out, "Ryan?" My voice sounded small. The air tasted of smoke and mold. My flashlight found wet footprints leading up the stairs. Bare. Small. I followed. The hallway twisted like a memory. Faded murals, doors half closed. At the end stood a single child's bed, sheets grey with dust. On the pillow, a phone glowed. Dean's. The screen showed a new video. I hit play. Me. Ryan. Chloe. Dean. Standing at the door a year ago. Only this time, the camera didn't stop when we ran. It followed. Down the hill. Through the rain. Closer. Until it stood right behind me. A voice whispered through the speaker, "Your turn." Then the door behind me shut. I turned, flashlight trembling. 3 knocks echoed from inside the room. Knock, knock, knock. Something moved under the bed. Small hands pressed against the floorboards from underneath, dragging downward, leaving trails of mud and something darker. I ran. Didn't look back. Outside, the rain had stopped. For the first time in a year, silence felt louder than noise. I drove until sunrise. Never went back. People ask what happened to Ryan, Chloe, and Dean. I tell them parts of it, the parts that make sense. Car crash. Missing person. A town that forgets what it can't explain. But sometimes, late at night, I hear the knocks again. Soft. Polite. Patient. 3 times. And sometimes, I answer. They say stories end when the credits roll, when the rain stops, when you wake up. But some stories keep their own time. They wait. They remember. I think Crestview was never haunted. I think it was hungry. And we fed it the only thing we had, our fear. If you ever find yourself on that hill, don't knock. Don't say your name. Because maybe it's not a game. Maybe it's a way for something that never left to find someone new. We thought it was just a game. But games have rules. And we broke them. Now, every year, when the rain starts to fall, I hear laughter in the distance. 4 voices. Mine among them. And I know, it's still my turn. This has been Bloody Chapter. Like, share, and subscribe for more stories that haunt the mind long after the sound fades.